Welcome back to Ports and Palaces podcast. It is January 7th, and today we will be discussing the new Universal Park that's opening up in Frisco.
Yep. Like Chad said, we are going to be talking about the new Universal Park that's opening up in Frisco, Texas. We are anticipating it to open in May, but that has not officially been confirmed anywhere. It's just 2026, but we're just going to say it's May. But before we get into that, Chad, I wanted to talk about the 2026 event guide for Universal Studios Hollywood. Nothing has come out yet for Orlando, but Hollywood's event guide has come out, and so I wanted to quickly talk about it. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot new, but always a good thing to talk about. So pass holders, you are the first up. So pass holder members get a bonus benefit in February and March. So if you are an annual pass holder, make sure to be on the lookout in February and March. Butterbeer season starts in March and goes all the way to May. That typically is also in Orlando as well, but on a smaller scale compared to Hollywood. Then April 23rd through May 16th is going to be Fan Fest nights. It's a separate ticket, so it's not just you can go to the park and do this. I know they've released information on like a Scooby-Doo Monsters Mash, which sounds really cool, but that's all they've come out with so far. Then in May, pass holders, you get another little shout out, so it's going to be a collectible giveaway starting in May. You guys, as a pass member, are going to have special events in May and June. And then June through August is going to be the Mega Movie Summer. I'm really excited for that. We'll be in Hollywood in June. So that'll be fun to check that out and bring that as probably a YouTube. We don't do a lot of trip reports, personal trip reports in our podcast, but we like to put them over on YouTube. So definitely check out around June or July by the time we get home. Speaking of July 3rd and 4th will be the 4th of July celebrations. And then August through September will be back to Hogwarts. August and September is also going to be Pass Member Appreciation Days. And then starting very early in September is going to be Halloween Horror Nights. That is a separate ticketed event that happens after hours. It's going to be from September 3rd through November 1st. That's all the information we have so far. November, you've got pass holder member collectible giveaways again. And then holidays, it doesn't give an official start time, but it just says November through December. And then, of course, you're going to have Eve, which is New Year's Eve on December 31st. So definitely some really cool things happening over at Universal Hollywood. You've also got the new Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift coaster coming. I saw a video that I'm not 100% sure if it was real or AI or another park, but it looks really cool. It kind of looks like Guardians of the Galaxy, but outside, and the cars spin, but then it went upside down. So that sounds kind of cool. Look, it reminds me a lot of the way Guardians of the Galaxy moves around. So, or if you are, obviously you're listening to a Universal podcast, but Disney is Guardians of the Galaxy, but it reminds me of the Curse of the Werewolf as well in Epic Universe, where the cars kind of spin around. So definitely cool. We should be there in time to see that in person in the summer. So I'm excited. But I just wanted to go through all of the 2026 events for Hollywood since we are talking about Universal. And when the Orlando things come out, we will talk about that as well. But let's talk about something that is really, really cool because it is here in our backyard. We actually, once a month or so, go check out.
Yeah, we'll drive out there, see how the construction's going.
Yeah, so definitely cool. Definitely nice to see something kind of being represented as far as like big theme parks here in our backyard. So very cool.
They've already got several of the rides assembled and everything, so you can kind of see over the barrier from certain sides of the park. When
the Universal Kids like full breakdown came out, it was actually kind of nice because we had just gone a week prior, and there were some of these things that we saw, and I was like, I don't know what that is, but I think it's supposed to be somewhere in this land. And then we got the full breakdowns with the images, and I was like, yes, there it is. There's what I was seeing. So definitely cool. We're going to start with the Resort Hotel, which is also the entrance to the park. So take it away, Chad.
The Universal Kids Place is a great place to stay, relax, have a great fun time as a family.
Definitely looks colorful. We're looking at a picture of probably like the lobby. It's definitely colorful. It says you're going to have like your standard rooms that have 5 or 6 guests, but then you're going to have some signature rooms that offer bunk beds. And then something really cool to think about, especially for us, we're excited to see the family suites. I know the
2
family
separate bedrooms.
Yeah, the separate bedrooms. I know the family suites in the like Lowe's hotels over in Orlando, they all have a theme to them, like Jurassic Park or Minions or Dragon, How to Train Your Dragon. So I'm interested to see if these will be themed. I didn't see anything that said they were going to be themed, but maybe that's something that they haven't come out with yet. But the rooms do look really cool for what they are. Very bright and colorful.
Curiosity Cafe will be a quick service restaurant offering hotel guests meals throughout the day. It is a full service bar, has an outdoor pool, and a fitness room and a game room as well around all of the other hotel amenities.
Yeah. And then right outside of the hotel is the first kind of land, if you will, called Isle of Curiosity. And this is all about Gabby's dollhouse. So you're going to see Gabby there meeting friends. And it says you're going to have a Gabby's Cat-tastic dance party that will allow kids and their families to boogie with Gabby from DreamWorks Gabby's Dollhouse.
We don't watch that show, but that does sound like a fun time.
It does. And yeah, we don't watch it. Our daughter says she watches it with my parents, so maybe she knows more. But she was really excited to see her when we saw her in Orlando. So, and I know she's very popular. Doesn't she have a movie now?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, there's like a show, but then there's also a movie. You can tell we don't know anything about Gabby, but she looks very cute, very playful. Lots of kids are around her in the images.
The Universal Kids Resort Store will have one-stop shopping for gearing up throughout the park and throughout the day, finding the best of the best intellectual properties throughout the land.
Yeah, this will be a good place to kind of hit as you're either coming in or leaving, because it'll have spots for each of the lands kind of in this one store. And then you've also got some cafes and some food places that are going to be in this area. You've got Cakey's Cupcakes. It will have chocolate, vanilla, and rainbow cupcakes. And then you will also have the Universal Kids Resort Cafe. And the direct words from Universal say it will be a colorful spot to fuel up, whether it's sitting down and relaxing or grabbing bites for the road, hot, cold sandwiches, pastries, and coffee. So it's more than likely going to be like a grab and go with like tables that you can go sit at. So quick service. So definitely cool. Looks very bright and colorful as you're kind of walking into the park.
Not to downplay this park, but it does seem very kid-centric. I mean, so are other theme parks and whatnot, but this one specifically seems a lot smaller than both the Orlando and the, what's the other one?
I agree, it is small. I think when you're looking at the map of the resort and the park, you think it's going to be really big. We can drive around the whole park in a few miles. So just know this is definitely kid-centric, kid fun. It's not going to be probably like this multi-day destination, but they're packing a lot into it. Like when we started prepping for this podcast, I mean, they've put a lot of stuff in here. Like it's definitely, you could come for a morning or an afternoon, spend the night, and then finish the next day kind of thing. So we're going to go through the park in a counterclockwise rotation. So if you're looking at the map, you enter through the resort and then you go through Isle of Curiosity, and the next land to the left is Trolls Fest. Now Trolls Fest I'm pretty excited about. We love Trolls. This is a section of DreamWorks Land in Orlando that we really like, so I'm excited for Trolls Fest. There are 2 rides in the Trolls kind of area. So there is Rhonda's Trolls Fest Express, which looks kind of like a kiddie coaster. So think the Troller Coaster in Orlando. It just kind of looks very similar to that. But it says you can twist and turn through festival grounds on an armadillo bus ride. So it looks very similar to that, the car on the World Tour one.
If you've never been to a Universal park to go ride on the roller coaster. It's basically Universal's version of Slinky Dog Dash.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
If not like the Barnstormer, like very
Barnstormer, that's probably a better analogy.
But then you've also got the colorful ride called Hair in the Clouds, where it looks a lot like one of those rides where you're going to go up, and then I can't decide if you're going to go up and then spin up, or if it's one of those like bouncy ones where you go up and down and up and down. I think it looks like one of the like spin, like almost like a swing where it swings you around.
Basically, you're in like a lollipop balloon type thing.
Yeah, so definitely fun. There is in the artist concept, there's like a playground looking thing. The Trolls does have something to get out of the heat. If you are aware of Orlando or Texas or the South in general, there is humidity and heat 90% of the year. So there is something cool that they're going to bring in to get you out of the heat, to get out of the heat, the hot sun, the humidity, and kind of go inside. And it's going to be called the King Trollex Techno Dance Party, which is an indoor interactive experience where kids and their families can move and giggle and groove. So definitely looks kind of fun, just a place to let kids have some fun, let parents, take a break. But then there is, in the kind of full details, it talks about a Trolls themed amphitheater stage show. I don't see anything about that as far as artist renderings. It says that kids can lead sound check and learn dance moves. So I don't know if maybe this is all one big area where like you're doing different things at different times. So maybe there's part of the room doing the dance party and then part of the room doing the sound check and the dance moves. I'm not sure. I think it's probably just one big room instead of two stage shows. That doesn't make much sense to me.
As far as Trolls Fest food, we have Trolls Eats. They will serve a symphony of flavors in family-approved bites. You also have sweet treats over at Brozone Cones. They will offer ice cream. For Trolls Fest, of course, Brozone Troll Fest's coolest boy band.
They're going to have something called Sparkle, Shine, Glitter, and Glow, which is going to be like a makeover experience where you can turn into a troll, which is kind of fun. I definitely think we're going to be taking advantage of that. It reminds me of Disney's Bippity Boppity Boutique, but also like the monster makeover in Epic Universe, but for trolls. So I'm very excited. It does say that it's for kids and grown-ups' hair to be in the clouds and their sparkles to be loud via headbands, apparel, makeup, and more. So I definitely think we will be doing this. Sounds very fun. And then for others who maybe don't want to be fully overdone, i.e. Chad, they will have Mr. Dinkle's Market that will have colorful concert-ready t-shirts, souvenirs, and more.
Families of all sizes can also meet Poppy, Branch, and the rest of the DreamWorks Trolls gang. 2 interactive play areas, which include Poppy's Playland and Trolls Criticrawl, will offer good Trolls fashion fun. I wonder if there'll be like the hanging mushrooms or anything like that. That was at the one in Florida.
Yeah, that was kind of fun. Yeah, it definitely looks interesting. It's netted, from what I can see as far as in the picture. So I don't know how much of that is going to be like free play or if it's more like a jungle gym type thing. But it looks very open. Parents can hang out. Kids can go play. Definitely a nice place where, everybody's getting what they want. Parents can go relax, have some ice cream. Kids can play. Definitely a fun area. I'm excited.
Moving over to the left side of the park, there is the Shrek and Fiona's Happily Ogre After. That's a funny play on words. This will take kids and their families on a special ride through the story of how Shrek and Fiona met. Built by none other Shrek and the triplets themselves, families will ride along and relive the quest to rescue Princess Fiona from the dragon and to help Donkey, of course.
And that is a ride over in Shrek's Swamp. So that's going to be the main attraction ride over in Shrek's Swamp. Once you are done riding that ride, you can head over to get some food. There's going to be Swamps Snacks, which looks a lot like the one in Orlando that's going to have the Shrekzel, which is basically a pretzel that looks like Shrek's head. And then, is it cheese? I don't know. It's green cheese. It's very salty.
Yeah, it's very much like heavy beer cheese almost. That's what it tastes like.
I wouldn't even call it beer cheese. It's very much like the plastic cheese, but just extra salt with the green food coloring.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's a good pretzel. The cheese, I don't know. And then, of course, as you're walking around through these lands, you're going to get shops. So the shop in Shrek Swamp is Triplets Treasures that will allow parents to shop for themselves along with matching and complementary outfits for their growing ogres. And then, of course, you can't go to a kids resort without character meet and greets. So you'll get to meet Shrek and Fiona. It doesn't say if you're going to get to meet Donkey. I would be so sad if you can't meet Donkey, but it does say Shrek and Fiona. And then there will be 2 interactive kind of playground areas called Shrek's Swamp Romp and Stomp and Shrek's Swamp Splash and Smash. Definitely hard to say all that. There's a lot of S's.
Mouthful.
So, I feel like you can't go into Splash and Smash without getting wet. So just a heads up that you're probably going to want to either plan your day where you do the wet things last, or make sure you're bringing some extra clothes or some swimsuits, because as we go more through the park, it's definitely a water-centric park.
Mm-hmm. Maybe a rain poncho would help.
Yeah, but it makes sense for Texas. I mean, in the summer, you want to be as wet as possible because it is hot.
And now headed to the back of the park, we have DreamWorks Puss in Boots Del Mar. What is Del Mar? Is that the town where his storyline took place or something?
I guess we definitely are going to need to watch this before we go, because we aren't even aware that there was a movie or a show of Puss in Boots. So definitely need to watch it to get caught up. But this definitely seems like a popular spot. I know a lot of families I've talked to that were wanting to go here are very excited about this section. So definitely something that we need to check out.
I think there's actually 2 movies, so we have our work cut out for us.
Sounds like we've got some movie nights in our future. So this one, and this is where maybe I was confused and wasn't sure if the Trolls was going to be a swing or not, because in Puss in Boots Del Mar, there's definitely a swing ride where you're going to go in like your own little thing and swing, called Swings Over Del Mar. So maybe the Trolls is just like, I keep going back to Disney, but that's just where my brain goes when we think of kid things. But they have that Inside Out emotional whirlwind ride in California Adventure, where it's just like some little baskets that you sit in and it just spins you around. That looks a lot like that, but a little taller. But back to Del Mar, it definitely looks like a swing ride, especially says Swings Over Del Mar. And kids and their family are going to enjoy Mama Luna's Adopt a Kitty Day, where they'll be able to see Puss in Boots in his greatest adventure yet as he returns to the village of Del Mar for a spectacular, silly puppet performance. So that would be fun, a little puppet performance.
For small heroes' appetites, there is, forgive me, Comidas y leche.
Very close. Comidas, and I probably still butchered it. Comidas y leche.
Y leche. Never know sometimes. Anyways, it'll serve Puss in Boots approved eats. Perfect apparel awaits also at, again, forgive me, Mercado de Perito.
I take it.
While candies and treats make
Tienda de Dulces.
While
so basically a treat shop.
Okay. While over at Tienda de Dulces, it is the sweetest spot in Del Mar, has several candy treats, and yeah,
lots
pretty
of
much
treats.
Just candy.
Can't be a kid's place without lots of treats. And then, of course, you're going to be able to meet characters. So you're going to get to meet Mama Luna, Perito, and friends. Doesn't say Puss in Boots. Maybe that's Perito. We really got to watch the movies, John.
Yep.
And then it does say a note here that in addition to the park's many play areas, this resort will feature many sensory gardens designed to give children and families opportunities to pause, rest and connect, or reset and connect. So I do like that they're kind of showing that a lot of what they're wanting to do is interactive, is fun, but they're also going to have that balance of, kids get very overwhelmed and excited, and they need that place where they can just rest and kind of keep moving forward. But moving now, so Puss in Boots was towards the back of the park, and Minions is kind of like, in my opinion, like the center of the park. So Minions versus Minions is, if you were just to like walk straight into the park, you are going to get to Minions versus Minions as like the first section. But since we took a left, we are kind of back towards the middle of the park. This again is a land we are really, really excited about. We love Minions. I loved Minions when I grew up, so I'm loving that they're having a comeback. And then our daughter loves the Minion Land kind of area in Universal Orlando. So we're really excited to see it here in Texas. This is the one I was saying that you better be prepared with a swimsuit or like extra clothes, because it looks like nonstop water. So
if you don't feel like changing, take a rain poncho.
Yeah, a rain poncho, especially the ones where now they're like shoe covers. Like you can cover up your shoes. That's kind of cool. Just to give you a overview here, it's Minion versus Minions Bellow Bay Club. And the direct words from Universal are: next, guests step into the mayhem of a spirited water battle full of unexpected surprises that only Illumination's iconic Minions can deliver. Grab a water blaster and join the fun. So it starts with like this raft ride, and you are kind of found yourself in the battle between the good Minions, the yellow Minions, and like what I call the bad Minions, the purple Minions, but they're just kind of like the more chaotic ones. And so the yellow Minions are trying to tame the purples, and it's not going well. And then it says, take the wheel and hold on tight as the competition spins out of control at the Bellow Bay Golf Cart Derby. This is a splash pad. So it looks like you've got your ride, and then it goes right into the splash pad. So again, just be prepared for lots of water. It's right in the middle of the park, so this might be a fun one to wait until the end of your day, go to the splash pad, and then head on into your resort hotel for the evening. Or if you are still in your nap phase with your kids, this could be a good one to do right before nap time. Head to the hotel for a rest. It's right there at the center of the park. So definitely good planning on Universal's part with that.
Maybe it's just because of the concept, the concept art or the concept diagrams, but I'm confused about where the targets are for the water guns. Are they going to be little plates to shoot at, or is it going to be, soak the bad Minions or something?
I don't know. Maybe it's just not part of the Universal thing that, like, what we're seeing. I definitely see lots of water going everywhere. I wonder if it's going to be more like the ride we always skip in Universal, in the comic book section, and it's just constantly being sprayed on you. The water is. It's not Bilge Rat barges. It's the other one. It looks a lot like water's just going to be sported on you. So I wonder if the blasters are maybe in the splash pad. Definitely, we're going through information that we have at our current disposal. So definitely, as things evolve, I'm sure we'll figure out where those blasters
Captain Do-Good or something, or
Deadly
Ranger
Do-Rights.
Do-Good or something.
Is that right? Deadly Do-Rights.
Dudley
Do-Rights.
Dudley
Ripsaw.
Do-Rights.
Something.
I like my name better.
You can tell we definitely love that ride so much. We can even name it. And then again, you're going to have your Bellow Bay Boutique, where you can fashion yourself with Team Yellow, Team Purple, and other themed merchandise. You can recharge at Bellow Bay Bites with some Minion-themed snacks like yellow and purple popcorn, snow cone, and Minions mac and cheese. We can vouch for the Minions mac and cheese. It is delicious. And if it's the same one as Universal Orlando, it is shaped like a Minion, and it's adorable. And then once you are nice and dry, go catch a fun photo meet and greet with the Minions. Discover playful Minion moments and experience surprising water features at Illumination's Minions vs. Minions Bellow Bay Club. So definitely your water section there.
Now to the back right of the park, we have Jurassic World Adventure Camp. I was pretty delighted to see that as inclusive of the Jurassic franchise.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't expecting that, and from what I can see, it doesn't seem like it's anything as huge and scary as Velocicoaster.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. I think this is playing into the cartoons more than the Jurassic Park and World movies, like the Camp Cretaceous or those shows. Well, we watched them.
I didn't even know there was cartoons.
It says the curious Ankylosaurus Bumpy has gone missing in Jurassic World Adventure Camp. So families will zoom through twists, turns, peaks, and valleys on Jurassic World Cretaceous coaster to help find her. So definitely another coaster there. And then this ride that I'm about to tell you is one of the rides we saw when we were looking at the park a couple of weeks ago. And I was like, I don't know what this is. So now we know. It's Mr. DNA's double helix spin, and will take families on a twisting, turning journey. Again, reminds me a lot of just like you're going to sit in this little basket. This kind of looks like almost like a Ferris wheel, but a little like twisty around it. We'll see. And then kids and their grown-ups can also enjoy Tyranno Drop. I'm going to go with it. An exciting ride that brings brave adventurers a bird's eye view of the park from high above. So, not sure if that's going to be a drop ride, like straight up and down, or if it's going to be a Ferris wheel where you are going around. So, we'll have to see.
They should have gone with pterodactyl drop, not pterodactyl, or else it would be pterodactyl.
This activity, and then this land will also have some free play areas at the Jurassic World Lookout Towers play area, or having fun over at the Paddock play area. So it looks very cool. It definitely looks more kid friendly. It's like again a lot of netting, a lot of play areas. So definitely something fun to let your kids just kind of run off some steam. I'm interested to see if this is adult friendly as well, because if not, you're going to have a lot of like toddlers that are going to want to go and parents can't go with them. So definitely something too. It
definitely looks a lot like the Little Ogres play place.
DreamWorks Land in Orlando.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah. So definitely sturdy. I don't know how sturdy that is. They're definitely probably going to have a weight limit on it if it's true just netting. So we'll see. And then again, you will have your kind of food area over here on this side of the park will be Jurassic World Canteen, and it says it will have appetites for carnivores and herbivores, so maybe some healthy foods. We shall see. And then Jurassic World Outfitters and Supply Depot for your merchandise, dinosaur-sized adventures with toys, adventures, and more. And then something that I think we will definitely be purchasing is newly hatched plush dinosaurs. How cute! It's going in the cart.
Let me know if you find a raptor or a triceratops.
I wonder if it's going to be like an Epic Universe where you get to you don't get to decide. Like you buy the egg and then they hatch it.
Oh, and then it opens up 3 months later or something?
Well, no, you do it right there and then it becomes like your baby. But I do know, especially with the dragons, if you have your heart set on a certain dragon, the team members at Universal will kind of lead you to, they kind of know what eggs or what animal, and so they kind of lead you to what you are or what you want. So I bet it's going to be something like that. But that's going to be so cute.
And then as far as shows go, we have Jurassic World Hatch Dispatch. This will be brought to you by Dr. Kai and his baby raptor.
So basically it looks like this show has Dr. Kai, who has some baby raptor eggs that are ready to hatch, and you are going to be in the front row seat to watch history as they hatch.
Your little ones can get ready to meet the newest and tiniest members of Jurassic World and interact and have fun with them.
Yeah, I think this is a nice kind of educational thing as well. Obviously, we're talking about dinosaurs, so as educational as that can be, but learning about the stages of hatching the baby dinosaur. So definitely cool. And then heading into our last land in this park. So back to the front of the park, but on the right side is SpongeBob SquarePants Bikini Bottom.
Jellyfish Fields Jamboree will be a very vibrant attraction where kids and their families hop aboard their very own jelly angler. Basically, if you've never watched the older episodes, SpongeBob and Patrick hunt jellyfish with a net, and they count that as fishing, I guess. Anywho, there'll also be the Barnacle Bus. Will showcase Bikini Bottom's sites and residents. I guess maybe that's like a tour or something?
It's giving me like Cat in the Hat vibes. I don't see a picture yet for it, but the way it kind of says, we're going to bounce around with the one and only SpongeBob SquarePants, like we're probably going to board some sort of something.
Go around town, go see Squidward's house, and then go see the Krusty Krab or something like that. I don't know.
And then, of course, as per all Texas heat needs, it will also feature water cannons for families to blast water at each other as they spin around.
Fantastic.
So that sounds exciting. And then I am excited to see there's going to have Mrs. Puff's boating school. Sounds amazing. I'm so excited. I hope you can get like a boat license. Like that's part of it. I'd be all on board. This is definitely making my little childhood dreams come true, that we're getting a SpongeBob land. I hope they do it justice, because all these parents are probably our age. If not, a little older or a little younger, and so we all know SpongeBob, and so for this to be like his first land that we can like be a part of, I hope they know what they're walking into. So I definitely hope that Universal is ready and prepared for the critiques of the millennials, if you will. And then rounding out this area is going to be your food again. So they're going to have Goofy Goobers, where there will be chicken sandwiches, salads, hot dogs, and sky-high sundaes. And then if you do not want to have to sit down at Goofy Goobers, there will be Goofy Goobers grab-and-go takeout window. Then you will have a sunken wooden treasure chest will be the home of Bargain Mart, or the Grab-It Mart, for all nautical nonsense anyone could wish for, including sunny day apparel, toys, plush, and more. And then you will have opportunities to meet SpongeBob SquarePants, Patrick Star, and Sandy Cheeks. We have not met Sandy Cheeks before, so I'm excited for that. I'm glad that she is coming to Texas, where she is from.
Yep.
I am a little disappointed that there is no Krusty Krab.
Yeah. That was too on the nose, huh?
I guess. Same thing with like, why is there no alien pizza planet in Toy Story Land? I don't know what it is. I wasn't in the room when they made these decisions, but I don't know. And then you've got the Midway area, so it's going to be Glove World Midway. Have fun and try to win prizes in boardwalk style games as you net jellyfish at Gone Jellyfishing, or cheer on Gary in the Great Snail Race, and fees will apply. And then another artist concept is a water play area. So I'm really hoping that the Barnacle Bus is not just a splash pad, but we shall see. It looks like very water-driven park. We are excited to see it. Just know we had kind of talked about wanting to post to socials when we went around to the park and like updates and things like that. We're not supposed to, and I don't want to get in trouble with Universal, so I definitely don't want to get on their bad side and post anything that I'm not supposed to. But just know, as soon as we are allowed to go to the park to bring you direct images from the park, we will definitely be doing that. So definitely head over to YouTube, and then when this park opens, we'll try to do another kind of insider tip podcast of what we've learned about the park. So definitely excited.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode. Please like and subscribe and follow our podcast. Please also go and like and subscribe in our YouTube channel.
Yeah. And then we are very active at TikTok and Instagram. Not so much on Facebook, but we are definitely active on those other two. And come hang out with us. We would love to chat with you and help you with any adventures that you have planned. But with that, I'm Kirsten.
And I'm Chad.
Happy travels from all your ports to palaces.
This podcast is sponsored by Ports and Palaces Vacations. Whether you are wanting to check out a new port along a cruise line or see the palaces of Disney and Universal, our travel advisors make your dream trip a reality. Your next trip is just a click away.